So we are joined by Football Ferns co-captains Ali Riley and Ria Percival ahead of our game against Vietnam tomorrow night in Napier. Firstly, to both of you, how special does it feel to be co-captains for a World Cup?
Yeah, I think firstly for me, playing alongside Riley now for I think 16 years, for me I'm just humbled, and it's an honour to be able to, I think, share this moment with Riley and really just be in it together and drive this team forward. So yeah, for me I'm honoured to step up and help out Riley in any way I can.
Yeah, I think we have been leading this team together for a really long time, before we were senior players on the team, before we were, captaincy was even like something that we thought of, and to now have this really special moment when, this is probably the biggest moment of our careers, and we've gone through everything together. Like, when I think of the Ferns, I can't think of it without thinking of Ria, just all the ups and downs for so many years. And we have a big task ahead of us, and I don't think, there's any way we could have a shot if the whole team wasn't putting their absolute heart and soul into the team. But to then lead it with Ria, I think it'll give us our best shot.
And how special is it that it's all happening at home? That must be such a unique moment for both of you.
Yeah, I think for me, I've always said it when people ask, like, it's something you dream of to be playing at home on home soil. And yeah, I think for us, for being in the team so long, to get this opportunity, it's like a once in a lifetime for us to be on home soil. So yeah, I think we're just happy to be here and excited for the tournament to start.
Yeah, we want to have amazing performances. We want to win a game. We want to get out of the group. But it's not lost to us that this is also an opportunity to inspire a nation of young girls to pick up a football, pick up sport. It's something that's given us so much. And yeah, we want little girls, especially in New Zealand, to feel like they belong in sport. And so by us doing well on the biggest stage in the world, I think it would really inspire them.
So both of you have known each other for a really long time, played together for a really long time. What qualities do you see in each other that you bring as co-captains for the tournament?
Oh, I think with Riley, she's a natural leader. She drives the team. I think her confidence in leading the team and stepping up in moments when we do need it. And I just think the character and the energy she brings is huge. And it's been, I think, our driving point in times when we've needed it. And yeah, I just think she's a leader, and she steps up and she does this for the team, and she's here for it all, and she gives it all in every game she plays.
Wow. Yeah, I think Ria is the player if I want little girls to think of like their role model and how to play on the field and how to like be so calm and so tough, like that is Ria. Ria encompasses everything we want out of a football fern when they step onto the field. And I think I obviously like to talk a lot and like louder and am, comfortable being an advocate off the field. I think Ria is doing the kind of behind the scenes, like quieter work. She's taking care of everyone on the team, everyone in the dressing room, is so thoughtful. And even when she was out for such a long time, like her presence is always felt. And I also think we really missed her on the field. That's how you know how important she is. And again, like what we've gone through as a team, like what gives me the confidence to be kind of that outward person and like super positive is because like Ria's my rock and she's the rock of the team.
And lastly from me, obviously the game tomorrow against Vietnam, how important is that for the team leading into the tournament?
It's really important, and we haven't played together in a really long time. This team, of course, we don't know the starting 11 yet, but whoever that is, that combination probably won't have played together yet, or at least for a very long time. So I think this is really important. I think it could be tactically similar to the Philippines. And again, we just want to run out in front of a home crowd. Again, we're in New Zealand. It's so great having our preparation be here. And hopefully anyone who comes out to the game tomorrow will then want to come and watch us. What is it now? In 11 days. So yeah, it's something to get momentum. It's something to get those last pieces, that cohesion together. And I think, again, just a way to show our connection to the crowd.
Awesome. Ali, how do you go about getting up for training on a day like this, pouring rain? Is the fact that the World Cup's 11 days away, is that all the motivation you need? Really?
Yeah, I think so. And too, we have decided that we are going to focus on what we can control. The weather is not one of them. And if you looked at everyone's attitude today, and I'm like, the staff, I mean, we've got Tris, everyone is soaked to the bone, but everyone is smiling. Everyone is making sure we're ticking across everything that needs to be done ahead of Vietnam. We're taking this game super seriously. And then, of course, that is getting those behaviors, those habits, the discipline, the standards in place so that we are so ready for July 20th.
Tris was in here with me for most of the session. So I'm not
Did he just sprinkle some water on you?
I'm not sure. He deserves that credit. And just Rhea, how important is it to get a win tomorrow? You know, the team hasn't won for 10 matches. You know, getting a win, getting some positive results ahead of the World Cup would really change, I guess, the mood and I guess the narrative around this team.
Yeah, I think it's big for us. Like I say, our last warm-up game before we obviously step on the pitch for the World Cup. And for us, we know what we need to focus on, what our game plan is and really how we want to play. So for us, it is about the win, but also about us putting on a good performance and also showing New Zealand, but obviously gaining confidence in ourselves that in 11 days' time that we'll show up and we'll be ready to go.
Cool. All right, thanks very much. We are joined by Football Ferns head coach Jitka Klimkova ahead of our game against Vietnam tomorrow in Napier. Jitka, a bit of a cold one outside, but hopefully it will worth it ahead of the game tomorrow. How are the team feeling?
If you don't mind, I'll just keep the head on because it's bloody freezing here. But you know what? 9 weeks that we spent together in Auckland, the weather was very similar, so we are actually quite used to it. And we are excited. We are so excited. All 23 players are here, training together. Everybody is healthy and ready to compete. And we have our last test tomorrow. So, yeah. Everybody's buzzing and we are going to enjoy this amazing opportunity that we have in front of us.
So what kind of challenge are you expecting from Vietnam?
You know, it's the team that is playing a little bit different style of play than any other oppositions we actually played during our pre-cycle World Cup preparation. So it's going to be a lot of marking on the field, which we trained. We know this is what is expected from their defensive phase of play. So we just need to really be aware of each other. We need to play with each other, for each other, create channels for each other. And yeah, we want to spend as much as possible time with the ball and combining and creating chances. And we believe that we can score.
And obviously 23 players in camp now for the first time since the end of the training programme. Are all spots still up for grabs come 20th of July? Is this the last chance for players to prove themselves?
Of course, every game, every training, we are having this approach, like everybody is still competing for the starting spot. I know everybody wants to start, and it's good to have in the team this kind of competition. So yes, every training is important, every game is important. So I am excited to see tomorrow the starting lineup, and we'll see how they will approach this opportunity for them, and yeah, we'll go from there.
And then final one from me. Obviously, you announced that Ali Riley and Rhea Percival will be co-captains for the World Cup. How special is it having two players with such experience leading this team?
First of all, it's such an honor for them to have this privilege to be leaders of this team, and they are so experienced and amazing role models and actually great. Both of them are so different, so having this kind of leaders that can cooperate with each other, that can challenge each other, that can discuss about things, it's very important. And yeah, I'm so happy that Rhea is actually back, healthy, playing football, and yeah, it's amazing for both of them to have opportunity for them to lead this team in front of the home crowd. And yeah, they absolutely are the right people in the right positions.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, have you noticed a difference the last 3 days versus, say, last Wednesday? Yeah, this is now a World Cup campaign, not a training camp.
It's buzzing, you know, it's different. Yes, of course, we are so close to our first World Cup game. We know it's international game, so it's it's different feeling during those sessions. But how I said, those 9 weeks that we spent together was so important for us to feel prepared. And now we are just tuning, like we are just really talking about the details, what we can improve still, because every day that we spend together, we are looking for those opportunities to grow together.
Do you think the weather might be an advantage for you? You've got European teams, Norway and Switzerland, coming from Europe where it's been getting warmer as it's been getting closer to summer. You've got Asian teams like Philippines and Vietnam coming from Asia where it's generally pretty warm. Do you think that's something that can help this team achieve its goals?
Look, how I said, we are used to play in this weather, so for us it can be advantage. Of course, it's tough to play in this kind of weather. It's cold, it's rainy, but we are focusing on things that we can control. The weather, we can't control that. We just want to play to our best ability, and if the weather will help us, that's great.
And just on man-marking Vietnam, watching the game against Germany, they did seem to man-mark quite a bit. Is that what you're expecting them to really try and sort of stay on your key players?
I believe so. They are actually marking on the field, not just the key players. That's just their style of play, how they defend. It's different versus zonal defending. We've used to more play games against zonal defending, but how I said, every opposition is different, and that's good for our preparation to have this diversity of different oppositions. So, I am very glad that that Vietnam accepted this game, and we can play them actually tomorrow. I can believe it's so close.
How important is tomorrow getting a win? Given that you haven't won for 10 matches and the World Cup's now 10 days away, a win would really, change the feeling and the narrative around this team.
We know in sport how win can help everybody's confidence, but look, it is more about our performance. We want to focus on really good performance when we have our game plan, we know how we want to play, and if we'll see it tomorrow, then we will get to the win. But that's the outcome that we don't want to be focused on, only on the result. We want to focus on our play and our, again, consistency with our box-to-box combination play, and we want to improve our defending in front of our goal, and we want to be more efficient in front of the opposition goal. That's the main focus of ours, to grow in those areas.